Hello there, I'm Begalius. This is Call of Duty, World War Two. It's not World War Two. You don't have to worry. Don't step out of your house and fight off zombies. World War Two was the one with the zombies, I think. Yeah, but this this is team deathmatch with people who play games, and I want to jump straight into my topic because I want to talk about something that's very important to me. But firstly, actually, I'm not going to jump straight into the topic because I've got other things to say. This game, unfortunately, I'm struggling with World War Two with recording footage. Please, Sledgehammer, right? Add theatre mode, and I mean a proper theatre mode. I don't want to watch game battles, and I don't want to watch the little intro videos with the cringy, terrible acting and all that bollocks. If you want good actors, then hit me up, and I'll be the guy who's very patronising and condescending to people. But yeah, dude, I don't want to watch it. Add a proper theatre mode. So unfortunately, I've been live streaming my games and then downloading them and putting them into my movie. So, but occasionally I do get lag and stuff like that in this game. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to experience that, but I don't have to, so it's okay. So anyway, I want to talk about the topic in hand because this is something that's become very important to me over the past few years, and it's knowledge that I feel as though, given my age and my experience, that I can pass on to people. When I started YouTube, I was 17. Was I 17? No, I think I was actually 16 years old, and I just started college, and I was doing something that, if I'm honest with you, I didn't like. And to me, YouTube was a bit of a salvation. It was somewhere to go to creatively put my sort of thoughts and opinions into something. And I was watching a lot of sort of other videos. Well, I was watching Cena's talk about life, and it was something that I wanted to talk about. And I felt like I had enough life experience at the time, of which I didn't. And so eventually everything just sort of divulged into talking about video games. But it was something that I could turn to, when I had spent the day doing something that I didn't care for. I was always brought up with this sort of preconceived notion of learn a trade, and then just sort of make a living and do as you can in this world. And it had never really occurred to me because I guess no one had told me, no one had imparted this knowledge to me that you should do as you want. You should be who you so desperately aspire to be. And so I hadn't considered that. And what I had learned was that I did find myself, because at the time I was at college doing mechanics, and I couldn't pay attention. There was no conceivable way for me to pay attention. The moment I entered those, and it's not a criticism of the teaching, of the way of teaching, although it was very dry, and it's not a criticism of the field itself. I just couldn't engage, and I found that it was just impossible. As I said, I'm not criticizing mechanics as a whole. It's such an important field, and it needs to be something that we sort of dedicate a lot of people to. But it's just not something that I cared for, and so I couldn't engage and I couldn't learn, and I spent far too long figuring that out. But there did come a time when I just sat there and I realized that it was because I didn't care, that it was something that I didn't have any passion for. Like, the conclusion that I come to, initially I wanted to do something to do with IT and computers because I did love computers, but what I really wanted to do was this. And I thought back, and you're sort of getting a snippet into my submission for my university application, is that I looked back, and when I was a kid, when other guys would go to school and then they'd look forward to coming home and playing football with their friends or going out or watching a movie or whatever, I got so excited about going on this big chunky CRT computer and downloading pictures from Google Images and making a slideshow and adding music and all of this terrible stuff that you see on YouTube today. But I was like 11, dude. This was about 12 years ago. I was so excited about that. And I still, to this day, I'm so passionate about filmmaking and talking about films, but not the films themselves, as many people are. But I've had this discussion with friends recently. It's not that I obsess over films. If you look because I'm studying film at a university level now, but if you look at the people around me, they've probably seen more films than me. But I can talk and talk and talk about the filmmaking process, about the 180-degree rule, about the cinematography and the rule of third, and everything that goes into it, and how to create film. And so I made one of the biggest decisions that I've ever made in my entire life, which is the decision to take what I was passionate about and make that mine, and make it what I want to do. And in doing so, I began asking myself and answering these, so many questions about myself, about my morality, about what I considered to be good and bad, and what I wanted to do, and how I wanted to approach it, and how I wanted to approach the world. And I found that I was maturing through asking myself these questions. And I thought it was so important. And I found that I was someone who didn't want to be driven by money, who didn't want to be driven by success or how big my house could be, and that I wanted to be someone who could make others happy and apply creativity and what's in my head to something. And that was going to be my drive. And then I would reject sort of the notion of success through money and things. To me, it's all just, it's paper, or collections of things, and it doesn't mean anything to me. I found that as a person, I learned so much through considering this. As a person, my main drive in life was to take this passion and to wake up in the morning and use it, to use my creativity and to be one of those guys who just wakes up in the morning and enjoys their job. I could be earning so much more. I could probably go out and use my brain to learn and get a job that earns, so much money, but I would wake up sad. I see that my goal is I will be happy when I'm applying my creativity to things, be it, should YouTube go well or Twitter or anything like that, but I want to be a filmmaker. And the moral of the story is, the thing I want you to take home with you is that find something that you could talk about all day and do that. That's your passion, and I feel that that's what you should do, and that do what you love. You got to do what you love in life. Anyway, that was this commentary. If you like commentaries like this is what my channel was based off of. This is how it began. This was what I was always going to do. I was going to talk about life topics and life as a whole, and that's what I was going to talk about over Call of Duty about. But unfortunately, it did divulge into just talking about the games and stuff like that, because I do love my games. But yeah, this is what my commentaries is always going to be about. Just talking about life and getting people's opinions on it. So if you do have an opinion, if you agree or disagree, then leave a comment in the comment section below this video. And I guess I'll see you later.